Hey, good griefing. Welcome to my second episode of my Let's Play series. I was really surprised at how well the ratings were for the first episode. It was pretty much near flawless, and yeah, it's cool. So I guess I'll do this a little more frequently. I like to just sit here, play some games, and, talk endlessly. I'm all about that. But don't worry, it won't take away from the primary content on the channel. We'll do just as much griefing and all that stuff. These videos, they don't take long. I play for half an hour and talk and all that. But yeah. So last time, I basically I asked you guys like put topic suggestions in the comment section, and 99% of you guys just put game suggestions, like play Animal Crossings or play Kirby or Zelda. And it's like, that's great, but I need topics. Like, I don't need 1,000 suggestions for games. I just need topics, and I need to know what you guys want me to talk about. So basically, what I did was after the episode last time, I realized you guys were not not doing it right, so I went on Facebook and I put up a poll with 3 or 4 topic suggestions, and then you guys, I let you guys put some as well, and then I just said, whatever one gets the most votes, I'll talk about. And for that poll, the topic that won was people want to know about where I live, and basically where I plan on moving. Any plans, basic plans, stuff like that. And I said, yeah, alright, let's do that. It actually won against, like, my opinions on film school and some other stuff. Film school, I'm definitely going to do one talking about film school. I'll probably wait until after I graduated, because I have a lot of, like, harsh things to say about, film school. Like, film school is just kind of a, it's got its pros and cons for sure. But, yeah, before I start with this topic, I just want to say that yesterday we recorded a new episode of Good Grief After Hours with Seth and Crimson Kane and myself, as well as a couple very special guests from the Booster Busters, Lost in Place, and Large Farva, and it was a really good episode. And I really suggest everybody go check it out tomorrow when it goes up on the site in iTunes. It's gonna be cool. But yeah, basically where I live in Massachusetts, and I dig Massachusetts. I think it's a great state. It's good people. It's not a hick state. New England, I'm a big fan of New England, other than the weather. The weather in New England sucks, which is why I'm gonna move away from Massachusetts when I graduate. But yeah, good state, good people, and I've lived here all my life in New England, and up until recently, I've lived in. Oh, fuck these fish. I want that one up. Hold on. Up until recently, I've lived in Western Mass, and then I moved to... Are you serious? Give me the fucking mushroom, you... Hold on. I'm gonna get this mushroom. This fucking fish, like... I don't know. Am I retarded or something? I cannot... Wait a minute. Wait. That's how we do it. Fuck you, fish. It was worth it. But up until recently, I lived in Western Mass, and I moved east in Mass towards Boston to go to film school. And I don't go to fucking like NYU or Emerson, because all those schools are completely and totally a waste of money. Anybody that knows anything about filmmaking and getting in the industry, it's bullshit. People that spend all that money on like those really big schools are just wasting it. I go to a really great film school that's affordable, and they have a great internship program and all that. But it's right outside, well, not right outside, but it's about 30 minutes out of Boston. And I've been living there for... What the fuck is this guy? God damn it. Hold on, I've never done this game before. What the fuck do I do? That's it? I win? That was like too easy. Okay, so I live about 30 minutes outside of Boston, and I had an apartment before I moved to my current film school city, and you know, it was great having an apartment, and I absolutely loved it. And then I moved to this new town, and you know, I just did it on, you know, I didn't really put a lot of thought into it. I'm like, you know what, I'll just live on campus for a semester until I find an apartment. Um, that's a good example of not thinking things through. Because when when you go to college and I mean, I'm sure when you're 18 and shit, and you're like, I'm gonna go to college, it's great, like I'm away from my parents and stuff, you know, living on my own at college, you know, it sounds great, but you know, when you're fucking, you know, you're 20 going on 21 and you've already had an apartment for about 2 years, it's excruciating. Like, you know, I can't stand, you know, you have a roommate and what else? You know, you have to a bunch of retarded like RAs that like give you shit for stuff. It's, you know, like I remember getting written up for like having, you know, being drunk, you know, or drinking. And they're like, you know, you can't drink. It's like, I'm fucking 21, bitch. Like, take it up with someone else. But yeah, it's stupid. So, you know, I suggest like really you know, thinking it through. Do you want to live, if you ever go to college, do you want to live on campus or do you want to get an apartment? And there's benefits to both, I suppose. And so anyway, this semester, you know, I did the college on campus thing for a semester, and that was bullshit. So now I'm leasing another apartment, which I move into in August when I move back to my college city. I'm actually back home for a couple of months, spending time with friends and family. I haven't gotten a chance to spend a whole lot of time with them, you know, having moved. So it's good to be back for a while. But you know, I'm getting an apartment this August. Actually, ironically, I'm actually paying for the apartment right now because landlords make you lease apartments at certain months generally. So I'm paying for an apartment that I'm not living in 2 months in advance, which is great. I absolutely love wasting money like that. But move in August, and I'm trying to work on making it like the classiest apartment in the city because, like I said, it's kind of, I don't know if I said, but it's kind of a rundown city. The main attraction in it is the college. And, you know, there's really, if you're not going to college in that city, there's no reason you want to live there. It's like, there's no clubs, there's no, you know, attractions. There's like, not a great city to live. But so that's my goals. Try and make it the classiest apartment. I'm actually working on building a bar. That's one of my main goals right now. Oh, let's get the top. Oh yeah. But yeah, I'd say you know, I'll move in around August 15th. And what's great about having an apartment is everybody who's been a fan of the series for long enough knows when I first went to this current school, I stopped with Goodgrief for a good 5 months at least, probably 6 or so. And you know, I didn't get anything done, and that's when we brought in the new guys and they started doing content. But now that I'm back, this is the first full month that I'm back. Is the last month was the first full month. This current month is going to be the best, the most viewed month in Goodgriefing history, which is sick. And you know, me being back allows me to invest the time needed to expand things. And having an apartment, now that like when I was living on campus, I just couldn't do it because like you have a roommate and it's like it's awkward and there's no privacy. Like I wanted to murder some people, I'll tell you, like when I was living on campus. But you know, it's now I'll be able to, you know, spend just as much time, you know, working on Goodgrief. You know, I do freelance videography, and you know, it's goddamn fire. I do freelance videography, and you know, I work for machinima. That's how I make my my living. Is I do a lot of freelance videography. I do weddings, you know, I do local commercials and stuff like that. I worked for a branch of PBS for a while. And you know, having the apartment now, I'll be able to, like, I want to build Goodgriefing into something awesome, like a really reputable, you know, web series, like eventually with a proper website, and all that stuff. And you know, having the apartment, I get you know, I got a pretty nice sized one, and I got a room set aside for my office, you know, slash like little studio where I can keep all my camera equipment, all my editing stuff. You know, I'm gonna have all the games set up in there, and then yeah, it's gonna be great. That and a bar. It's gonna be the dopest apartment. So that's basically that's, you know, people want to know. I actually get that question a lot, like just kind of like a little more about about me, you know, where I'm from. And then I guess the last part of that question is where I plan on moving. you know, I'll be in the school for a couple more, probably 3 semesters, and I do an internship, and then I go out and work for a while in LA or New York, and then I graduate. So basically, I plan on moving from Massachusetts after I graduate. Basically, my goal is Los Angeles, but I'm also, you know, I'd also happily go to New York City. Los Angeles is great though because it's more film. You know, they say if you want to get into film, go to Los Angeles. If you want to go into like theater or you know, Broadway, which is obviously not my area. Well, ironically, fucking fire, man. Ironically, you know, theater is my minor, and you know, I'm not really too heavily into it. I just kind of needed to pick up a minor. But I will be moving out to Los Angeles. That's my goal. Maybe New York, depending on the jobs. I don't really want to stay in Boston, although Boston is becoming a little bit more reputable for the film industry. It's still just kind of like, if you're gonna go all out, go to LA, and that's kind of where my goals lie. I think oh, I'm not gonna get that extra life. I think it would be really cool one day, like if I can work in the industry doing, you know, what I love to do, like film, you know, you know, doing my artistic endeavors, and then at the same time building Goodgriefing. You know, you never know, like a couple years down the line, Goodgriefing could be fucking huge, man. Like the way I want to expand it, you know, is it's not just griefing, you know, I want to do comedy stuff and live action and just kind of like how Rooster Teeth does, because Rooster Teeth has been one of the major influences as a web series goes. They have like everything, you know. They started off with just solely gaming, and now they do, you know, everything. You know, they do live action comedy. They got an awesome podcast. They do all kinds of like live action stuff, and that's where I'd like to take Goodgriefing, in addition to the core griefing content. And I guess that's the whole answer to my question. And it's just in time to fight this guy. We whooped this guy's ass last week, or 2 days ago when I did this first episode. And let's see if we can whoop his ass again. All right. Come on. There's one. Oh, he's slow as hell. This guy's mad easy. Come on, you idiot. Boom. Way too easy. Get out of my house. Give me your keys, son. Alright, so I think we just beat the first world. I think if this goes by Mario logic, there should be 8 worlds, and I'm gonna assume that one has fire, one has ice, you know. So I guess it would take like 16 episodes to beat this, assuming I can beat each world in 2 episodes. But we'll see. We might switch games, but you know, if you have a suggestion for a new topic, put it in the comment section, and then if you have a suggestion for a game, put it in the comment section, but make sure you put a topic suggestion as well, because you know, everybody's gonna suggest a game. I need topics. And then for the next episode I'll have 3 topics on Facebook and a poll, which will be linked in the description. You guys can go vote, and whatever gets the most votes will be the topic for next week. Okay, so that's about it. We are now in the desert, the Super Mario desert level, and we'll be hitting this next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.